really believe that there are places whereby we can talk about Jesus, there are places where we can pray, and there are places where we cannot, especially as Christians. Because for so many of us in our careers, we feel like when I'm at work, when it's Monday, from Monday to whenever it is, I can be as solo as I want to be. Then on weekends or during midweek service, I can be a Christian. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dorothy, and today I'll be talking about where should we carry Jesus to? So I was watching an interview by Crystal. She was interviewing Sierra, and there was something that Sierra said that caught my attention. She said that she had been in so many interviews, several interviews, and she had never experienced what she experienced at the start of Crystal's interview. So just before the show started, or just before the interview started, one member of Crystal's crew led them into prayers, and it happens to be something that they do every time. So once they set up and everybody's about to start, they're about to start the show, they all leave what they're doing and pray. And it's not just one brush it through prayer. They pray and commit the program and commit everything, commit everyone. I'm saying everybody prays, from the crew members, the camera guys, the set designers, the host, the guests, whoever it is that you are. We are going to pray just before the show starts. And it was really, exciting, hearing her say something like that. And that's just to show that Jesus should actually be carried everywhere, in my opinion. As a child of God, as a Christian, one thing that I always find myself doing just before you show, or just before you job, or whatever it is that whispering of Holy Spirit help me. Sometimes it's not really a long prayer, but I find myself consciously and unconsciously, if I'm permitted to use that word, just whispering, Holy Spirit help me. Because Jesus should actually be carried everywhere. There's no room that he should not be put inside, okay? Now, what happens, when people around you see how seriously you take, your Christianity, or you take your relationship with God, it affects them. They are interested in knowing what this is about, how much this person is invested in his relationship with God. It's not just a Sunday to Sunday thing. Honestly, it is not. Why do we not involve Jesus into our careers? Why do we not involve him into our businesses? I'm sorry to say, but my uncle was telling me a story one time, or was telling us a story one time, about how sometimes when he's going to work, he sees this set of people. I think they are keke riders, they are praying. And according to what he was saying, he said the type of prayer that they were praying, that it is not, the type of prayer that, we're talking about here, but they were praying, they were pouring water, they were doing this, they were doing that. Sometimes when you go to the market, right, you will see all these people in front of their shops, praying, spending time, talking to God about their businesses, thanking God for their businesses, praying, and all of that. And that's just to show you how important it is, because this life we're living is a very, very spiritual life. There's so many things that are going on in the spiritual realm, that what we're actually seeing in the physical is a reflection of what is going on in the spirit, in the spiritual realm. What we're seeing in the physical. Hence the importance of prayer. Prayer can never be overemphasized. Talk more of praying over your business or your source of income, or whatever it is that you do. It's never too much, honestly, in my opinion. It never gets to a point whereby you say, oh, I've prayed too much. Why am I praying too much? Why am I doing this too much? There's nothing like that. If anybody has ever told you that you pray too much, please, I beg to disagree. It's only not balanced when you're only praying and not doing what you're supposed to do. But can I tell you that even doing what you're supposed to do has to be backed by prayer, because it is actually God that helps you and enables you to do what you are supposed to do. So you can never overemphasize, or will I say underemphasize prayer? It's really very vital and very important. And we as creatives, people that are always in front of people, or like me, for example, always on the radio, or on the television, or in an interview, how people see you carry yourself and carry your Christianity into your work affects them. That is one way of evangelizing. That is one way of winning a soul, for Christ. So we can never overemphasize it. Pray before you once you mount that camera and whatever. Pray over your phone, pray over your tripod, pray over yourself, that you will not mix or miss your words. Pray over your health, pray over everything, because life is spiritual, and in the physical we're just experiencing what is actually happening in the I don't know why anytime I come to this point I pause, because I'm like mixing it. In the physical we're experiencing what is actually happening in the spiritual. So take care of it, around here. Pray, invest time to pray over your businesses, over whatever it is, your career, everything. Just spend time and pray, okay? And I promise you, you're going to feel better about a lot of things. Some days are not going to be easy, okay? But having that backing of the Holy Spirit is everything. Thank you so much for staying by to the end of this video. Do well to share, do well to subscribe, and of course, please drop a comment. Let me know that you actually watched this and it makes sense to you. Goodbye.